Hey guys, welcome back to Triples Whipped It. Today we have the war between the Black Lodge and Man Dian. I apologise if that's not how you say their name. So in this war we were pretty much hunted by Shen, Fushi, Mudu, and possibly another clan. Again, I apologise if any of the names were said incorrectly. The final score was 101 to 105. We could not clear 4 of the bases, obviously, and they perfect ward us. I have a few awesome attacks I wanted to show, so let's jump into those. This first attack is an Archqueen walk with 4 healers. The Archqueen pretty much takes out an Expo and 2 air defenses, plus the heroes. Opens up a compartment on the north side of the base for the BK later to lure the CC. You want to do that just before the Archqueen's about to lure the CC, so the Hound doesn't come out and annoy the Archqueen. As the Archqueen cleans up some of these trash buildings, drops a few wall breakers to open up this bottom compartment on the southeast side. Slowly cleaning up, Archqueen will eventually walk in. The BK is aggroed onto her, so he rages his Archqueen. He drops 1 loon on this cannon. The cannon, I'm assuming, would have later helped to kill the Archqueen, but now that it's dead, I guess it's not. Drops another rage. Just before that, drops some wall breakers. 1 did go the wrong way, but the compartment he wanted opened did open up. Archqueen takes out the enemy Archqueen. Drops his BK, as I mentioned earlier, and starts his flight. Archqueen abilities used. She eventually takes out the sweeper, which does help with the flight. Now the air sweeper's pretty much facing the wrong direction to affect the loons. Still has 2 infernos up, which can be a problem with looning, but does have 2 freezes and 2 haste. Well, he had 3 haste, but just 2 left now. Basically started his flight on the southwest side and a few loons on the northwest side. Drops his spells accordingly. Still has a freeze for this last inferno and has a massive pack of loons to finish off the base. Only a couple of loons do path towards the inferno, but the freeze lasts long enough to take that out. Drops the remaining loons from the northeast side to take out the archer tower. Potentially, without dropping those last loons, the Expo or archer tower could have taken out the rest of the pack, but it's hard to say. Now all that's left is cleanup. Did drop his 4 minions for cleanup earlier. Still has the Hound, which could be a problem if the pups and minions went over to it. They would obviously target the Hound, but luckily enough the loons did take out that building, so the Hound didn't come into play. Okay, the next attack, another Archqueen walk. This time starting on the southwest side. Archqueen goes to work again, opens up a compartment with some wall breakers, drops a minion in the middle of the southwest side to path the Archqueen into the base, I assume. So far, already has taken out 1 air defense. If you check out his spells, does have 3 lightnings and an earthquake. Drops the earthquake in between the inferno and air defense. Then follows that up with 3 lightnings. The inferno and air defense do go down. So pretty much at this stage has only dropped his Archqueen and some healers and has 2 air defenses down and the Inferno. Yes, he did have to sacrifice some spells, but does have a lot of spells left. Archqueen does continue to walk towards this east side of the base, slowly taking out defenses and trash buildings. She is getting pretty low, but he does have the Archqueen ability still available, which will pretty much get her back up to full while she's cloaked. The next part of the raid will involve a compartment being opened on this northeast side. The Archqueen will walk all the way around to this middle compartment in the middle of the northeast side. So that's probably another minute away. Slowly taking out trash buildings. The Expo was targeting the healer, but the healer does live very low HP, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered if the healer died because the Archqueen has done a lot of work already. As I said, nearly up to the middle of the northeast side. Once the defences target onto the Archqueen, sends in the War Breakers. The compartment is opened. She will eventually walk around to the air defence and take that out, so that's 3 air defences taken out. The only problem at this stage is the Archqueen is still alive, so to get rid of her, he drops a Golem and CC full of Giants, drops some War Breakers to open up a compartment for them. The BK takes out some of the trash buildings, drops a poison on top of the Archqueen to slow her down and reduce her damage. The BK takes care of some of those little troops that came out of the CC and eventually kills the Archqueen under rage. He did start his flight while all that was happening on the southwest side, drops his loons and hounds, etc. While that's happening, the Archqueen ability was used. She does continue to take out some defences and the rest of the base is simply taken out. Awesome idea, awesome Archqueen walk. Pretty much, like I said, took out 3 air defences. Yes, one was done by spells, but the walk was pretty impressive. Walked, I don't know, almost all the way around the base. This next attack from their side is a lavaloon attack. So we have the 5 hounds and basically the rest of the troops are balloons. Starts off by dropping the lightning on top of the enemy Archqueen and an Inferno tower. So they both go down. Starts his heroes on this northwest side. He pretty much wants to take out as many defences and the air defence down with his heroes. Uses the BK ability quite early because he was dying. The most northern compartment is opened, so his Archqueen can walk in and simply take out the air defence. She is slowly dying, but has a little bit of HP left before he uses the ability. She takes out the air defence and a sweeper and 1 cannon before she does die to, I guess, the lava pups. She won't be doing a lot more in this raid. Starts his flight on the southwest side of the base, drops a couple of hounds to tank all the damage and balloons behind to take out those point defences. Drops a few more hounds and balloons behind. Does eventually start dropping some on the southeast side. Obviously he used 5 spells to take out the Archqueen and Inferno tower, so only has 1 spell to use. He pretty much had to balloon 3 air defences and an Inferno with 1 spell, so pretty impressive pathing of his loons. He timed it perfectly to get all his balloons into the core of the base and take out the Inferno at the same time. By having his loons all group up at the same time, the Inferno obviously can't take them all out. Can only target 5 troops at a time, I believe, so the rest of the balloons do survive. The CC Hound is still alive, but obviously just flying there doing nothing. Awesome lavaloon attack from them. This next attack is, I guess, a bit of shameless self-promotion. It's a Foxy hog attack. Start my golems and kill squad, I guess you call it, on the southwest side. Later on, when I send in my hogs, I do save 5 hogs, which I use to take out some of the other defences. I don't want my hogs pathing towards the outside of the base or to the corners of the base. Start by dropping a couple of golems. They tank all the damage. BK starts taking out some of the trash buildings. Open up a compartment with some wall breakers. Drop a jump. So my golems path into the base towards this Inferno. I pretty much want my BK to take out this Archqueen and the ground CC troops along with the poison. My Archqueen on this west side will eventually path towards the air defense and Inferno. Did bring 1 heal, not sure if I did need it or not, but at this stage nothing's really targeting the Archqueen. Later on it will be helpful. Drop a couple more wall breakers to open up a compartment, or open up the pathing for the Archqueen. I want to quickly take out this Inferno. Drop my hogs on the south side of the base. Like I said, save 5. Drop my first heal as they start to roam into the core of the base. Drop 2 hogs from this, I guess, east side towards this cannon. I don't want my hogs to run to the right, as I mentioned before. The hogs quickly take out some of the other defences. I do use the Archqueen ability to quickly take out that Inferno. Obviously the Inferno could wreck my hogs. Drop my remaining hogs on this other cannon. Those corner cannons could be a pain. 1 giant bomb goes off and would have definitely killed my hog pack if I didn't have a heal left, but didn't matter in the end. The rest of the hogs do clean up the base. Awesome that my BK survived. Wasn't essential that he survived or not, but it's awesome when both heroes can live. And from there, just clean up. This next attack was pretty much the best attack of the war in terms of creativity. Drops 5 lightning spells on the Inferno, and that manages to take out the Archqueen and the Inferno. Starts the Archqueen walk on the southeast side. She starts to clean up some of the trash buildings and arch tower, etc. Opens up a compartment for her. She does walk backwards, but eventually does walk into the core of the base, well, into the compartment. Takes out 1 air defense, which is pretty much what we need to take out at this stage for lavaloon attack. BK aggro's onto her. We've got no spells to rage her up, so we need to use the Archqueen ability. Under her cloak ability, the healers are able to pretty much heal her back up. The other defenses are slowly taking her apart, but she does manage to live through it. This is when things get interesting. He does open up the same compartment he already had opened. Pretty much for what's to come later. Does open up this east side compartment, so his Archqueen can pretty much walk all the way towards the northeast side of the base. Archqueen slowly taking out the elixir storage and dark barracks, and then eventually the air defense. So that's 2 air defenses down from this one Archqueen walk. Starts a few balloons, minions for cleanup, a hound or 2 to take the damage. And if we watch this southeast side, sends in 3 more wall breakers and drops his BK, which paths directly into the core of the base. The CC do come out, but a poison's dropped. They don't distract the BK for too long. The BK is able to pretty much take out that Expo and the Inferno. Some idea to pretty much send in his BK to the core of the base to take out the Inferno and to drop the poison. I'm guessing without the poison, the BK would be distracted too long and potentially killed. But this way, the BK is still alive. The Archqueen eventually makes her own way into the middle of the base, and with the help of the balloons, does manage to finish off the rest of the defenses. As I said, awesome pathing of the BK, awesome idea to use all those wall breakers to get them in there. Great attack from them, very creative. Alright guys, that concludes all the attacks I wanted to show from this war. Please subscribe, like the video, leave a comment or question if you have any, and until next time, peace.